A beautiful way to end the work week with a good bit of sunshine. We did have a few of these cumulus clouds begin to dot the sky as we rolled throughout the afternoon hours, but that sun helped warm us back into the 80s once again today, and we're still hanging on to the 80s right now in Greenville and Greenwood. Have stayed in the upper 70s all afternoon long in Cleveland, but you have noticed the dew points after falling a little bit yesterday back into the lower 60s once again today, making it feel at times a little bit on the muggy side, but we do continue to have a northerly flow that is now rather breezy at about 10 miles an hour here in Greenville. That will continue to draw in some drier air, making for a very pleasant weekend across the Delta. But as I mentioned, things are just maybe a little bit on the humid side. As feel like temperatures closer to about 82 degrees across the Delta. Earlier we saw these get into the mid 80s, but this is what we're really going to be paying attention to as we go into next week, as we're looking at some more summer-like air moving into the area with dew points well into the 60s with afternoon highs in the upper 80s. We could finally start to see some heat indices get into 90 and then maybe even push the mid to upper 90s by the end of next week. Very low for our pollen count today, actually below 1. So you might notice you're not sneezing as much out there, but as we move into the weekend, it will rise up a little bit back to about the moderate levels as we head into Saturday and Sunday before beginning the falling as we move into next week. The good news is the tree pollens are definitely on their way out, but the grass pollen continues to be the big thing that's causing some of you to be sniffing and sneezing out there as we head now later into the month of May and begin to move into more of the summertime months here across the Delta. The two systems that we had moving towards us that kind of split last night, that's why we didn't see any of the rain that we were expecting, have now continued to push and are about to head into Florida. The other system now tracking up through the Ohio Valley, but you can see across the central portion of the country, nothing to track on radar, so we're looking at a very dry weekend, but we do have that next system beginning to make its way into the Rocky Mountains. That could bring us a chance of rain as we go into Monday evening and then as we move through the middle of next week. So this evening, under rather clear skies, we'll drop into the lower 60s, very seasonable for this time of year, maybe a few upper 50s out to the east and to the north. Then as we go throughout tomorrow, looking absolutely beautiful. Get outside and enjoy this. Afternoon highs in the low 80s. We'll call it partly cloudy, but we're still going to have plenty of sunshine across the Delta. Then as we move into Sunday, mostly sunny skies, 83 degrees. By Monday, we're into the mid 80s with that slight chance of maybe an afternoon evening shower. The shower chances will begin to steadily increase as we move through next week as we get a real strong southerly flow helping to bring that moisture back in along with those warm temperatures. It's really going to feel like summer as we move through next week as it'll get humid, and that will provide the chance for a few pop-up thunderstorms as we head through each afternoon.
Man, I thought we were going to get a break from the rain next week.
Well, again, it's not widespread rain. It's going to be those very hit or miss isolated showers that pop up that we're used to here in the summertime.
All right, but I think we can kind of tell it's summer today.
Yeah, you definitely felt it a little bit more today.
Yeah, a little heat there, a little heated. All right, thank you, Rick.